Usually they're pretty easy to work on. So let me not hold you back and let me just show you what I got. What is up, boys? Today we're going to a car show. The car is running. We have the manifold installed and running great. I'm not really gonna get on it too much because I just gotta make sure the tune is good, the air fuel ratios is good. So we're just gonna take it for a quick ride. I'll take you along and see if we see any cool cars. But first, we gotta get that corn. So, also, I was talking to my tuner and he's suggested, since I run fully 85 and is a pretty dirty fuel, it gunks up the injectors and stuff, I'm going to put some of this injector cleaner and hopefully it helps out. I don't think I should have any issues. I mean, all my injectors are pretty new. I have index 12s and I have the port injection is pretty new, so it's not like it's old or anything like that, but it's always good to keep it clean and prevent this stuff. What's up?
We're being shy and shit. Oh, god damn. Not a bad way to spend 100 grand, huh? You got 100 grand in that.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone. And I had control on the driver's seat, but my hands are slipping off the wheel. Now the tables have turned, now I'm up all night. I'm picturing you, acting like a fool. I'm on the other side.
Alright, so as you can see, we're in the truck, and I don't know if you can see it, but we have the trailer with us. So we're at the car show, and Jack knew some dude there. And long story short, we're going to pick up a car. Well, we think we're gonna go pick up a car. So we're gonna go check it out now, and if everything checks out, we're gonna have a new project. So we'll see you once we get there. Alright guys, so I have some bad news. So I did not end up buying the car, and this is why. Actually, first I'll tell you what it was. It was an 89 325 IS. It was an E30. The reason why I didn't buy it, it was a project. So I'm fine with the project, but the problem with this is the seller at the car show had told me, oh, you know, I blew a head gasket and I changed a head gasket, I put it back together, and it just needs like to finish up the fuel lines and the coolant, and the interior is missing some parts, and the car is primered with flat black paint, which I was fine with it, you know. I show up, the engine was not almost done. I mean, all he did was bolt up the head to it, never cover the ports, so there was like particles inside the intake. So I would have had to take the head off, which honestly I was fine with that, because my plan was I was gonna take that M20 motor out and do an LS swap. So that part I was fine with it. I didn't even care. The body it wasn't bad. It was, like he said, it was primered. It had zero rust. I mean, I looked at every single spot. I did not found an ounce of rust. So the body was pretty good. The interior, it had nothing. Like when I say nothing, there was nothing in there. There was not one piece of wire. There was not one piece of trim. There was nothing. No dashboard, nothing. Just a complete shell. So I feel like it just needed too much. It was too much of a project. Yes, it would have been a good car for the show. But at this moment, I feel like I'm not trying to sit here and just do video after video about building stuff. I wanted to go drive it, drifting, drag racing, stuff like that. So it would have taken me forever to find all these parts, get it back together. If the car had an interior and the body, you know, was primer, whatever, I didn't really care about the primer, and then we could have just done an engine swap. But the fact is that I would have to do an engine swap. I would have to redo the whole interior. And it's not like you're like, oh, just leave it gutted. It wasn't even like that. It had nothing at all. So it was just too much, honestly. I'm kind of bummed about it. I still think it was a good deal. He was asking like $1,300, something like that, and I could have definitely talked him down. He was throwing in some parts, some racing seats, a race steering wheel, some suspension, brakes. So he had some parts he was throwing in there. Honestly, the body alone was worth it. Just wasn't for me. Kind of bummed. I thought I was gonna show you guys an E30. We could have done some cool stuff on the channel. I was planning on just making it a track car. We could have drifted with it. We could have went to the track, done some autocross. But oh well. So right now I'm actually heading to this dude's house, that Jack that was with us. He's actually getting some vents cut out in his hood, and this guy said he can do it. I guess he has some laser equipment and some other stuff. So the hood is in the back. I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, we're heading to the guy's house. All right, so I know by the title, you guys know that I bought something. It was not the E30, and I did buy something. And I know a lot of you guys are here for the 135. Some of you guys are here for the motorcycles, but we ended up buying a project. You might be into it, you might be not, but I'm pretty pumped. I got a sweet deal. Literally, as soon as I dropped off that hood, I was looking at Facebook Marketplace, this thing popped up, and I had to go pick it up. I drove an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back, 3-hour round trip, picked it up, got it for a steal. It is not running, but I think I can get it to run pretty easy. Usually they're pretty easy to work on. So let me not hold you back, and let me just show you what I got. Damn, there it is. A 1982 CB750. Check that thing out. It's pretty clean. It has, you know, a dent in the tank, whatever. Not too worried about it. I'll actually post a picture right now of what I'm thinking I want to do. It's gonna be like a cafe style motorcycle. I'm pretty pumped. We'll do some episodes on that. We'll do some episodes on finishing this. I know I keep saying I'm gonna finish this, and it's been forever. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months since I've touched that, but I promise you, this will get some love soon. We'll do some episodes on that. I'm actually thinking about, I haven't ran this bike in like a year. This is a 1952 Harley Davidson flathead. It leaks oil, so it had 0 oil, and I haven't driven it in over a year, but I should do an episode on riding this thing. This actually is pretty sweet. Foot clutch, tank shift. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I can't wait to start taking this thing apart. So like I said, it doesn't start. I don't even have a key for this thing. So I got to figure something out with the ignition. But I'm thinking clean the carbs first. After I clean the carbs, we can put a new battery and it should start. Usually these old bikes, you clean the carbs, put some gas, and usually they're good to go. So cross fingers, that's all it is. After we get it started, we'll tear this thing up and turn it into a cafe. So like I said, pretty pumped about this. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry that this episode didn't have anything crazy or nothing too excited, but I'm trying to do the best I can. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.